Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Stories of Yonko back here with another video. And look, I know y'all boys miss me, man. I see the views going up. I see the comments. I see the subs. I see it all, man. We almost at 100 subs, so I appreciate y'all for that. And I should be at 100 subs after these videos drop, depending on the people watching them. But listen, the NBA season starts today. Yeah, I know we've been starving. Like, sure, we got the FIBA World Cup, but we had to deal with the whole Noah Lyles situation, so we could not really enjoy that. We have had the James Harden saga that's still going on. We had the Damian Lillard saga that finally came to an end with him ending up on the Milwaukee Bucks, and I don't think the Bucks are going to do shit anyway. But that does not stop what my predictions are going to be for these upcoming awards in the upcoming season. So, who do I think are going to win these awards? I'm going to tell you, and I know you guys want to have all these moving pictures in the background and videos and shit like that. Listen, you hearing the voice. You're hearing the way that I talk. No other NBA YouTuber can talk like this, flow like this. So, just enjoy the video, man. Like, just enjoy my voice. You feel me? Pause. But, listen. We're going to start off with Coach of the Year. Who do I think will win Coach of the Year? I think it will be Willie Green of the New Orleans Pelicans. Willie Green has always been one of these good coaches, assistant coaches, whatever team he was on. He was on the Suns, and he finally got a chance. And I actually appreciate the NBA for giving more black coaches a chance in the league. And like I said, we're in a coaching renaissance, and I think these are some of the best coaches of all time. They just have not gotten the recognition yet because we only recognize the big names. But, hey, Willie Green, what he's done in New Orleans so far, it's been amazing. But a lot of people overshadow that just due to the fact that the Pelicans have not had much success. But you got to look at it. They were a top seed at the beginning of the last season when, Zion was healthy, but then Zion got hurt, eating gumbo. But we can't blame that on Willie Green. I think if Zion is truly healthy and truly back and focused on basketball instead of the other balls, what I mean by balls, I mean cheeks, I don't want to have to pause that, but you get what I'm saying. Mariah Mills, we're not getting into that, whatever. But Willie Green, he's a good coach, and I don't think he gets enough credit for what he's done so far. He's had to deal with a whole clown show over there in New Orleans, and I think he's going to make the best out of it this season. I think the Pelicans are going to have a top seed in the Western Conference if Zion and Brandon Ingram stays healthy, which I think that they will do because Brandon Ingram trying to get paid. So you feel me? Niggas stay healthy when they try to get paid unless you're Isaiah Thomas, right? But, hey, Coach of the Year, who do I have being the runner-up? Possibly Taylor Jenkins. Why I say Taylor Jenkins? Just due to the fact that Brandon Clark is injured, Steven Adams is injured, John Morant gone for 25 games. Dude, your best player is Desmond Bane, which I think is amazing. I think Desmond Bane is amazing. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that you're in the Western Conference. And if he can somehow maintain a top 5 seed, I think that deserves praise. And I think that he should get an award if Willie Green does not win it. All right. So, on to Sixth Man of the Year. Who do I think will win Sixth Man of the Year? Like, I can easily go with, Malcolm Brogdon again. But he's on the Trailblazers right now, and I don't think he'll be there for the entire season. There's no telling where he'll end up. He'll probably end up on the Clippers if they don't get James Harden. But, I want to go with Emmanuel Quickley. Why not? Like, he was the runner-up last season, and I think he's just going to outscore everybody that's coming off the bench this season, unless you're Cam Thomas, of course. But, he's going to be amazing. And he's one of these players that it's like everyone knows, but it's like he's still underrated in a certain aspect because Knicks fans will tell you about Emmanuel Quickley every day, all day, but he doesn't get any love in the media. I mean, he did get runner-up, but the media tends to vote for, the players the upcoming season that they didn't vote for last season. So we'll see how that turns out. And the runner-up I have for this award is Bobby Portis because Bucks tax. And what I mean by Bucks tax, I mean, if you're one of these teams that has a star or a few stars, the media is going to be glazing you. Unless you were the Brooklyn Nets, they're going to hate you. But they're going to be glazing you if you have two likable stars. So anybody underneath those two stars are going to get praised just from being on the same team as them, such as a Brook Lopez and DPOY, even though, he was good himself, but, he can't guard on the perimeter, whatever. But, hey, Marcus Smart won an entire DPOY just from being on the Celtics. Celtics tax. So, hey, it's possible for Bobby Portis to win. But, he's good too. Like a double-double coming off the bench. You can't do nothing with that. You feel me? Unless Norman Powell is coming off the bench too. Like, dude, there's so many good scoring options coming off the bench. We don't know who to pick. I don't know who to really pick. I'm just giving you a prediction. I think Immanuel Quickley will win the award. So you got my runner-up. That's my 6th Man of the Year pick. Yeah. All right. So we have DPOY. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this out the way. I do not think Jaren Jackson Jr. will be able to run it back as DPOY because he's going to be at the 5 since they have injuries. And, dude, this nigga's going to be fouled out by the start of the first. No, I'm not going to disrespect him. But he's going to be dealing with a lot of foul trouble because he cannot guard bigs at all. He can't. We've seen it in the FIBA World Cup. He's barbecue chicken. Like him going against Jonas Valanciunas, that's barbecue chicken. So I think he's not going to run it back. And if I had a pick, just based on the fact that the media loves glazing certain teams, and if he actually meets the 65-game threshold to win awards, I think it will be, Anthony Davis. Now, do I think Anthony Davis is the best defender in the league? No, I don't. You cannot be the best defender in the league if you cannot be switchable 1 through 5 and a point of attack defender at times. You're not. But since Bam Adebayo and Nick Claxton are forgettable by the media since they don't have superstars on their team, I think Anthony Davis, if he actually meets the 65-game threshold, I think he will win it. But if he doesn't, I think it will probably be Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez was the runner-up DPOY last season, and he does not seem to lose a step at all. Him and Al Horford are just mutants when it comes to aging. Like, they get better with age. So, we'll see if Brook Lopez can run it back and do what he does, block shots. And, when you got Giannis down there, when you got Dame, it's many opportunities can open up, and I think that he'll have a chance. So that's my runner-up DPOY, but I think Anthony Davis will win it just because of the Lakers tax, and they've already sown the seeds that they want him to win DPOY. So, yeah. All right. So we're going to talk about Clutch Player of the Year. Now, De'Aaron Fox is my runner-up for this award, and I think he can run it back, but I got to go with my guy. Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving led the league in fourth quarter scoring last season, and I didn't really know what were the metrics for clutch player. I guess it was within 3 minutes in a close game. The reason why I think Kyrie Irving will be able to win this award, if Jason Kidd is smart, of course. It just depends on if Jason Kidd actually understands and is competent. But I don't think the Mavs are good enough to blow teams out unless it's the bottom feeding teams. But I think they'll have many, many dogfights this season. So, and I think the Kings will be on some Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, Utah Jazz type shit. Like, their offense is just going to be amazing. They're going to have a top seed again. Hell, they might be the 1 seed. But I think the Mavs are going to have a lot more opportunities to be in close games. So I think if Jason Kidd is smart and puts the ball in Kyrie Irving's hands down the stretch of those games, they will win a lot of those games, and he will score a lot of points within those time frames to be considered clutch. Because last season they were going to Luka in the clutch and they were losing, and every time they went to Kyrie, they would win. So it is what it is, right? I think De'Aaron Fox will have a chance to, be the runner-up for that award, depending if the Kings do have a lot of close games. But it's hard to tell because I just think that they're going to be so good in the regular season. I don't think that they'll have many close games. Hell, I think they might win 60 games. Who knows? And I'm saying that's a crazy take because it's in the Western Conference. But yeah, that's who I have picking for the Clutch Player of the Year. I know it's biased, but whatever. Yeah. On to Most Improved Player. Yes. You have people saying, oh, it's going to be Austin Reeves. You have people saying, oh, it's going to be this player. It's going to be that player. Dude, let's not fool ourselves. Let's not play around. Let's not even come on. Let's be real. It's gonna be Mikal Bridges of the Brooklyn Nets. He's going to win it. Like, he's gonna have the ultimate green light as a number one option. He's gonna take as many shots as he can, and he's a relatively efficient player, and he tends to get to the line as well. Like, he can play on ball, off ball. Mikal Bridges is going to win most improved player. He's going to average somewhere around 25, 5 and 5. And I'm all for it. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite players. You feel? Y'all already know how I get down, Brooklyn Nets fan. Y'all know what I mean. But I think Mikal Bridges, he's going to win it. And the runner-up I have for this award, surprisingly, is his teammate, Ben Simmons. Now, the reason why I have Ben Simmons as the runner-up, because what he averaged, like 5 points, 6 points last season. And if he is truly back to his all-star form, which is looking like, and I'm going to make a video on that, but he can just get up to 17 points per game with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, or more assists, give or take. But no, he's going to average like 7 or more. But you feel me? That would be an astronomical jump if they're going to count, like, since everybody seems to count last season. So, and I mean, you can't not count it. But he played like terrible, doo-doo, garbage, trash, whatever people want to say he played like. And I think he has a chance to return to all-star form or better. And I think that he would be deserving of most improved player if Mikal Bridges does not win it. It would be impossible not to give it to either one of those guys if they actually have a great season, because Ben Simmons, you're going from like 5 points to boom, like 17, 18. Like, how could they not give it to him? And Mikal Bridges, you're going from like 16, 17 points to possibly 25, 26. So those are my two candidates for most improved player. And yeah, rookie of the year. Who do I have winning rookie of the year? I can pick Chet Holmgren since he was injured last season. I can pick Scoot. You know, he's going to be amazing. But we already know who's going to win it, man. Just based on the preseason, dog. This man was just bodying everybody. This man made Andrew Wiggins look like a bitch. It's going to be Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. Like, it's not a hot take. It's just, dude, the guy is unstoppable, man. I think he's going to play all 65 games to be eligible for the award. And it's just, the dude is amazing on both ends. This guy is doing step back threes. You feel me? This guy is blocking your shit. And then you're on it. You know, this man only taking 2 steps to get to the other side of the court. Know what I mean? Like, Victor Wembanyama, he's amazing. I'm rooting for the kid. Like, a lot of people was quick to talk shit about him when the whole Britney Spears thing, and he had one bad game in summer league, and then all of a sudden everybody's on his jock strap because he played good in preseason. We already knew what this kid was going to be. If you were paying attention, of course. If you were not hating, if you were not quick to troll, you knew what this kid was going to be. So, Victor Wembanyama, I have him winning Rookie of the Year. And my runner-up being Chet Holmgren, because I think they're of a similar ilk, but Wemby is just more OD. But Chet Holmgren, he's going to block shots. He's going to be the same thing that Wemby is. It's just less taller. And whatever system that OKC is running, it's going to flow through Shea. It's going to flow through him as well. Chet is an amazing player. It's just that we have not seen him in an NBA setting yet. And people like to pick on these skinny players and stuff like that. These guys are going to be good. They're going to be fine. I think they're going to stay healthy. I think they're going to play through the season. And I think that they're going to have a chance to win this award. And I want to pick Scoot, but it's just like he's sharing the ball with Simons and Shaden. And it's like, I just think that he's going to struggle the most out of these three that I'm picking. And it's not because I don't think Scoot is good. I think Scoot is amazing. But it's just like, I think he's going to struggle with efficiency. And I just think Wemby's going to be crazy efficient on both ends of the court. And so is Chet. And unfortunately, Scoot is not 7 foot. So, you know, I don't see him dominating the same aspects as they do. So, unfortunately, sorry, Scoot. I'm going with Wemby and Chet. So, yeah. All right. Let's pick MVP. Now, just quick little caveat, right? I was told that you could not win MVP if you're playing alongside another star. You know when I was told that? When James Harden was on the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. That's when I was told that, right? You know, the only time that narrative did not work is when LeBron James was playing with Anthony Davis in 2020 and they tried to rob Giannis of his MVP. Yes, rob. They tried to. Like, I'm telling you, they tried to rob Giannis. Like, go back and look at that. LeBron James was in the MVP candidate conversations, all that stuff, when he did not need to be. It's not because he was not playing good. It's because the same criteria that they set applied to him, but it doesn't apply to him because LeBron James glaze, right? But listen, who I have winning MVP is Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, man. Like, come on, man. The guy is amazing. He's amazing. He made me a believer before the playoffs, man. I'm like, you know what? I've been hating on the Nuggets. I've been hating on Jokic. But this guy's amazing. His footwork, I'm a fan of footwork. I love good footwork. And he was just unstoppable. He swept the Lakers, which made me an even bigger fan. I might need a Jokic jersey. Know what I mean? Even though the Denver Nuggets have not been getting the proper respect and praise going into this season, I think that Nikola Jokic will, because now the media feels guilty that they gave Joel Embiid his MVP, because I said this is the one MVP that Jokic truly deserves, because even though Giannis was putting up good stats, and even though Joel Embiid was a free throw merchant, you feel me? Jokic, he had good seeding. He was the top seed in his conference, and, you know, he was putting up crazy numbers. He almost averaged a damn triple-double, and I think he will this season. 26, 12, and 10. Like, 9.8. You feel me? Like, but I think that's what it was last season. But on crazy efficiency, like 60%, 57% from the field, like, you know, like, he's an amazing player. You can't stop him. There's no answer for him. They put the quote-unquote best defender in the league in Anthony Davis on him, and he got a shit cooked. So I have the runner-up being Jason Tatum / Luka Doncic. The reason why I have those two is because those are the two players that the media has been wanting to give the award to, but you've had just dominance by Embiid and Giannis and Jokic, and, you know, those two guys, they missed out. You know, they weren't good enough to win the award. But even though Jason Tatum is on a super team, yes, I said super team, I think they're going to overshadow that because there's not a clear-cut superstar on that team. You know, they label him a superstar. He's not a superstar. But, you know, since the narrative is that he's a superstar, I think that his talent is going to be perceived as head and shoulders above everyone else, even though you have two other 20-plus per game scorers on the team. And Jrue Holiday was a all-star last season. But, you know, like, Jason Tatum, they've been wanting to give him the MVP for a while now, and it's good for the NBA. You know, like, just to have your young players win the MVP instead of these, you know, old-ass players. Like, they always have LeBron James in these conversations. No. Like, LeBron's robbed of MVPs. No, he wasn't. But Luka Doncic, if the Mavs have a good season, if they're a top 3 seed, I can see them giving him the award because, honestly, you know, Luka is just one of those players that you could see winning the awards. He's going to carry the league forward. Same with Jason Tatum. They're the future of the league, and the future is right now. And you see they gave Triple J the DPOY last season. Even though the nigga missed a lot of games, he's never winning another DPOY. So, you know, Joel Embiid, he's not winning an MVP anytime soon. But, you know, I think Luka Doncic as a runner-up, like, I think those are going to be the top 3 candidates. Because, like I was told, you can't win an MVP if you're playing alongside another superstar. They label Dame as a superstar, even though he's not a superstar. But with that criteria, Giannis will be disqualified. Joel Embiid does not have the narrative at all. He has a negative narrative going into the season. And that whole shit show going on in Philly right now, it's a clusterfuck. But, hey, that's my pick for MVP, Nikola Jokic. And my predictions about who's going to come out of each conference is going to be, I know I'm going to get some smoke for this if people watch the video, of course. It's going to be the Boston Celtics coming out the Eastern Conference. I think it's only a two-man race in the Eastern Conference, and I don't think Dame is as good as people say that he is. I think Giannis is amazing, but I think people are about to find out why Dame did not win in Portland. And people are talking about, oh, it's just a seamless fit. No, it is not. Dame is not Steph Curry. He does not play off ball at all. So he looks uncomfortable. So people are like, oh, it's just preseason. Y'all niggas need to take every sample size y'all get without a grain of salt. Y'all need to look at, oh shit, this does not look good. You need to be worried. So it is what it is. But I have the Boston Celtics coming out of the conference because their starting five is just OD. Their starting five can literally put up 120 a night. So people talk about their depth, their this, their that. Dude, I don't know, man. Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White. I don't know, man. That sounds pretty crazy, and their defense is going to be crazy too. So yeah. For the Western Conference, look, this is hard for me because I want to see the Nuggets repeat and Jokic add to his legacy. But it's between them and the Suns for me. I think a lot of people are down on the Suns for whatever reason. I said the Nuggets had to win it last season because you had the Lakers were overrated and trash. The Grizzlies, they had locker room issues, and people staying focused. The Clippers, fucking hospital team, always going to be injured. You just had so many variables going into the postseason. The Nuggets had to win. They truly did, and I'm glad that they did win. The Timberwolves, they weren't serious. Let's be real. Nobody took them seriously. But listen, yeah, I have it between the Denver Nuggets and the Suns, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick, but if I could pick the team that I want to see win, I want to see the Denver Nuggets win the entire thing. I want to see them versus the Celtics in the finals, and I want the Denver Nuggets to win the entire thing and Jokic to win his second back-to-back along with the MVP. And yeah, that's what I want. That's my predictions going into the next season. Don't hold me to them because it's just a prediction. It's not a hot take. It's whatever. You can come back and you can say, oh, they won a championship and whatever. Okay. All right. Whatever. But that's all I got to say. Those are my predictions. Let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. Peace.